Hey everyone, Mr. Technodad here. Today, two of the biggest Minecraft channels come together for a duel for $100,000.
Like Technodad said at the start, Dream and Daquavis are fighting for $100,000. The first part of the duel dropped just a few days ago and it revealed something massive, a fight between Techno's dad and Dream's dad.
So today, I will be calling out Dream's dad.
And that's not even all, there's more you don't want to miss. But if you're new here and want to stay updated with all the crazy Minecraft news, make sure to subscribe. About a week ago, Dream went live on multiple platforms to announce Dream 2.0 and share more details about the $100,000 duel. But if you're like me and don't want to sit through a 30-minute stream of yap, here's the quick version. Dream updated all of his channel logos and revealed a brand new VTuber model. Just take a look.
But that's not it. There's one more thing that we did. We nudged the eyes by 2 pixels.
Yep, that's real. Pretty funny, but what about what we've all been waiting for? The duel. In his stream, Dream announced that the duel would have 2 parts, a PvP challenge and a skills challenge. The PvP challenge featured 3 different game modes, each played as a first to 5. The first was Axe, using the same kit from the $100,000 Technoblade duel. The second kit was Modern, which included elytras, crystals, mazes, and wind charges. And the final kit was Sword, used as a tiebreaker. And let's just say it did get there, and it was very close. But before we get into the PvP duels that just happened, let's talk about part 2. Originally, Daquavis only wanted to do the PvP section of the duel, but Dream suggested adding a second part, the 10 skills challenge. Instead of just fighting, this part includes things like parkour, bridging, bow, a lava boat race, and more, all of which you can see on screen. But now, let's talk about the duel itself. To keep things fair, Daquavis had to travel to Florida where Dream lives, so both players could compete equally on a LAN server, aka a local area network. Basically, it's a network where both players can connect through the same Wi-Fi, making sure they have low and equal ping. Also, so, Daquavis doesn't cheat. But jokes aside, the PvP fight went down on Friday, just one day before the video was posted and went live on YouTube. But how did it actually go? First, make sure to like this video so we can get 5,000 likes. But as I mentioned earlier, the first kit they did was Axe. Before the fight, Dream was actually predicted to win this duel due to his experience with Axe PvP, especially from his manhunts, as well as his training from many years ago with the $100,000 Technoblade duel, where he was coached by the top PvP players. However, it's been a while, and on top of that, just a few days before the duel, Dream streamed 3 times, training with some of the best players in each mode, including Swite, the second best Axe player, Dr. Donut, a top high tier 3 crystal player, and Major Clip Farmer, and even the original designers who created the mace. So hopefully Dream could end up winning. Well, on the other hand, Daquavis tried getting coaching for the #1 Axe player, Rain, but was rejected even after offering money and publicity. Instead, he was coached by a retired high tier 1 Axe player who's been involved in past controversy I won't get into with this video. So both players were coached by some really skilled players, but arguably Dream had the advantage with way better coaches. But how did this impact the actual fight? As expected, Dream seemed to be the better player with more damage dealt and therefore ended up winning the Axe duel 5-2, an entire 3-round difference. But let's just say things didn't go Dream's way in the Modern kit. But here's something I noticed. During Dream's original stream going over the information of the duel, he said the duels would be a best of 10.
It'll be the best 2 out of 3. Best out of 10 for each kit and best 2 out of 3 for the different kits. So basically we'll have 3 different kits that do best of 10 each, and we'll do whoever wins 2 out of the 3.
Meaning the winner would have to win at least 6 rounds, but instead it was first to 5? Maybe Dream should focus more on math than PvP, but let me know what you think about it in the comments. If it had been at first to 6, it could have made a massive difference. Anyway, Dream won the Axe duel, and it was time for the kit that could honestly go either way. So how did the Modern kit go? Well, right off the bat, it was clear that neither players were really comfortable with this kit at all. Neither of them had much experience with crystals, and when they did end up using them, it actually hurt more than it helped. Kind of ironic considering Dr. Donut trained Dream. Yeah, Dr. Donut, if you're watching this, I'm a little disappointed. Anyway, Daquavis ended up with a 3-point lead, making the score 4-1. But that's when Dream pulled off the craziest clip to come back. Check this out.
Yes!
Yeah, that was insane. But could Dream actually make a comeback? The score ended up being 4-4, but unfortunately, Daquavis ended up taking the win. And not to make any accusations, but all of it was a little weird. When I streamed it on my channel, everyone thought it was staged, and honestly, I felt like Dream might have thrown the match just for the content. It looked like he had no experience, even though it's the kit he's been training the most for. Anyway, moving on to the last duel, the tiebreaker sword kit. A duel Dream knew he would win. If you somehow missed my last video talking about this duel, which is linked above, to recap, Dream posted a YouTube short showing off all his skills. But it turned out the clips were all faked, including one of him playing sword. His opponent was literally not even looking at him, or gapping like you're supposed to. So it's most likely a paid actor. On the other hand, we don't know much about Dream since he's never publicly streamed himself like he's done in the other modes. But Dream definitely has more PvP knowledge than Daquavis. But now for the final tiebreaker of this part of the $100,000 duel. Who would end up taking the crown? Well, the kit was actually really intense, way closer than it should have been, and Dream honestly was playing pretty bad and way too aggressive. He's definitely better at PvP, but for some reason, it felt like Daquavis had way better game sense when it came to fighting Dream. Anyway, the final score of the tiebreaker duel was 5-4, with drumroll please. Dream taking the win. I guess Daquavis better be glad there's a second part of the duel, or he'd be paying Dream by now. Jokes aside, even though it seemed like the fight was over and Dream had clearly won the fight, something completely unexpected happened at the end. Technoblade's dad, who's partially commentating and announcing the information of the duel, said something massive. After the duel, Techno's dad challenged Dream's dad to a $100 dad vs dad PvP duel in Minecraft. Yeah, you heard that right. But we'll even a set. When will it happen? Well, we don't know yet, but make sure to subscribe if you're going to be the first to know when it actually goes down. And I'm also releasing a texture pack at 50,000 subscribers. To end off the video, I just want to quickly tell you guys about my brand new clip. So I interviewed 2 people to prove how awesome it is.
I gotta be honest, bro, I don't really like it that much. Sorry, I mean, I love this cape. Honestly, I think it is really good. And I discovered Flxme's new dragon cape you can get from the link in the description.
Alright, that was good, but can you sound a little more excited about the cape?
Please, I've tried my best to let me go home and see my family again.
Is this guy for real right now?
I don't know. I'm just the cameraman.
What are your thoughts on the cape?
Yeah, it's good. 100% recommend it to anyone looking to buy a cape on Luna Client Store.
Yeah, you heard the man. Go buy it with the first link in the description.